Okay, can I have the first question, please?
Kevin, you must be delighted. 3 years to finally get that one-day century.
It's nice to get 100. Nice as about it to get 100. Didn't know it was 3.5 years, but yeah, it's a long time ago. 3-0 up as well. It's a brilliant result for the lads.
You really feel like something kind of clicked out there in the way that you've been working on it over the last...
I said yesterday that only a cricketer would understand that when I'm in the nets and when I'm actually in the middle, I don't feel as though I don't know where my next run coming from. I know that I'm playing well, and I know that I'm in good nick, and I was really calm. I've had no issues. I've just got myself out. I've got my foot in some bad decisions. I've got my leg across a couple. Luckily today, I didn't. It worked today.
You look like you moved your feet a bit more. You seem to...
Only because I batted for long. I moved my feet in the other games as well. It's just that I didn't bat for as long.
Nonetheless, Kevin, there must have been times, even with you and your confidence and your certainty, quite rightly, in your own ability, when you thought, am I ever going to get that again?
Hundreds are hard work in one-day cricket. There's a reason why not everybody just keeps getting hundreds. In Test match cricket, you can bat at a pace and you can bat for 2 sessions, 3 sessions, but one-day hundreds are very hard to get, and it's when you get them, you enjoy them.
Well, and the opening partnership, 50 in 3 innings now. I know that a few people are sceptical about the pair of you opening together, but it seems to be working. How difficult is it to sort of pair up with the new partner? Both of them?
Look, we'd sat down in a team meeting. We'd said that the England team comes to the subcontinent. We play a lot of cricket, and we're generally 1, 2, 3 down very early. And in order to be successful in one-day cricket, you can't afford to lose early wickets. So, Chef and I are 2 decent Test batsmen with pretty good techniques, and we want to try and get ourselves off. I mean, he's improved his game ridiculously, and fair play to the bloke. He's turning himself into a very fine one-day cricketer. His technique, we know in Test cricket, is sensational, and he's doing it in one-day cricket as well. So the partnership is good. I'm obviously the more aggressive. He's playing very aggressively as well for what he does, and it's just working out okay. But anything can happen in the next game. We just calm down.
And Alistair, what's Kevin like to bat with? Because different partners do bring different things to the party.
Yeah, I mean it's worked well. The first 3 attempts of it. I think the 2 new balls at either end has had a bit of a rejig of our strategy. As Kev said, with that, especially in England, you certainly need almost proper techniques to survive that. And to bat with Kev, I'd say it's great to see him score 100 again today. And it does take the pressure off me generally, because you know that he will score. He has a career strike rate of over 85 and stuff. He will always score runs quickly. So if I can play my part and crab a few as well, then we get off to a good start.
Crabbing pretty well.
Feel you've proved the point today?
No, I don't think I have to prove points. I just want to enjoy my career.
But the reason I asked the question is most runs you scored in innings on this tour up until then, 41 against the Lions. Batsmen do get criticism if they're not scoring runs. You weren't for today.
I understand criticism. If I'm not playing well, criticise me. I don't mind. Like I said, I've got very thick skin. I don't have to prove any points. I just want to enjoy myself, enjoy cricket, and I want us to win. I said a year ago in a press conference, or 18 months ago, when we won that World 2020 and we went to Australia and won the Ashes, to win for England is the most important. I don't need to prove any more points.
So this win today, this series win means more to you than getting the victory?
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, England teams come to the subcontinent. We don't generally win in one-day cricket. We got hammered in India. Subcontinent tours are not very easy for us, and for us to sit here 3-0 up in a 4-match series is amazing. The boys are so happy in the dressing room. The management are happy. It's a good place to be.
Kevin, at one stage, both you and Alistair were neck and neck in the race to the 100. Was there a little competition between the two of you?
No, not at all. He's a lot better at me than getting hundreds in one-day cricket at the moment, so I certainly wasn't going to race into it.
That's the one-day series in the bag, obviously, the Test
Yeah, I mean, we talked about our disappointment in the Test series. We don't need to keep going over that. I think what is great that we shows a lot of character in our side to turn that round. When you lose 3 Test matches in a row, it's tough. When you go straight into a one-day series, you could feel right to be feeling down on yourself. But I think the lads have showed tremendous character in picking themselves up, fronting up to the challenge, and delivering out in the middle. And I think 1 to 11 out here in these 3 games have all played a crucial part at some stage. So it's a really satisfying victory for us. And I think it doesn't mean we've learnt all our lessons from India, certainly at all, but we certainly have made a step forward in playing in these conditions.
I know you're England captain, obviously out here taking care of things. Yesterday was a particularly difficult day for your club. Just what's your reaction to what happened there yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, it's a terribly sad day for Essex County Cricket Club. Obviously, actually personally knowing the guys involved makes it tough. But as a sportsman and as a player, we have a duty to play sport in the right spirit and right fair, because the public want to make sure that the games are being played in the right way and both sides are trying to win. So it's an incredibly sad day for cricket and especially Essex.
Did it come as a surprise to you, some of the information that we got yesterday, the number of people who've been approached and the number of people who were aware of what was going on?
Look, I don't know all the ins and outs, because when you've got a one-day international the next day, you're fully focused on that. I'll keep reiterating myself, it's a really, really sad day for Essex Cricket Club. I'm an Essex boy through and through, and I love playing for Essex, and to hear what's gone on, it is sad.
Understood you could not score your 3rd consecutive century. Are you feeling a little bit disappointment over it?
Yeah, I think if someone offered me 80 this morning and a 9 wickets win, I'd have snapped the hand off and been absolutely delighted. Of course, when you get so close to a milestone, 100, as I say, they don't come around very often, and to score 3 in a week would have been fantastic. But it wasn't meant to be. As I said, an 80. I would have said, of course, I'd loved 100, but to set up the win was even more important.
Alistair discussed that he was not happy with the technology in the box. So did you sense a mistake? Did you think that?
Look, I think when you have a total of 220 on a decent wicket, you're desperate to make early inroads, and luckily we got off to a good start. And what was really pleasing at this time, that we had 250 partnerships in Abu Dhabi, that Kev and we both managed to go on this time and make a match-winning partnership. 220, there still runs on the board. You still got to go and get them. And when you get off to a good start like that, to really nail it down, and the first opportunity you get was really pleasing as a side.
As England captain, how important is Kevin Pietersen's century for you?
Yeah, I think as you saw today, what Kev brings to the top of the order. We've made the decision now that we want Kev to open the batting, and you can see the power and the destructiveness that he can cause at the top of the order with the power play. And we saw glimpses. Yeah, that's enough, Kev. We saw glimpses of it in our partnership working well in the first 2 games. And it's just nice, as I said, to carry on today and, as I said, put a match-winning partnership at the top of the order.
Last couple of questions.
Kevin, do you think that's the best England series one-day win in the 8 years or so that you've played? I think it's shrine to 2007.
Yeah, Murali didn't play in Sri Lanka, did he? So this ranks pretty close up there. I mean, I've been to India however many times in one-day cricket, and I think I've only won 1 or 2 games in India. This Pakistan team is a fantastic cricket team, very experienced. But I think our bowlers are phenomenal. Our batters have obviously stood up, and Chef got 100 in the first 2 games. I was lucky enough to get one today, but our bowlers are phenomenal. Stephen Finn, brilliant. Broad, brilliant. Anderson, Swan, Patel, I mean, the guys are bowling fantastically well, and when you've got a bowling unit like that, I mean, the batters only have to do half a decent job, and we're going to pretty much go okay. Our bowlers are pretty good.
Last question.
You mentioned about batting against two new balls. How much advantage is that two new balls with your attack?
Yeah, I think it is a good advantage. So we've got some excellent seam bowlers. Brezzi's unfortunately not playing this game. Coming back from injury, and to have people like him and Jade on the sidelines just shows we've got some really good strength and depth. I think in England with the two new balls, I think again in those conditions, I think it will help us. So hopefully these rules can stay along. But it's the same for both sides, so it doesn't change. It just it doesn't mean that we're going to win lots of cricket matches because of the rule changes. But certainly we enjoy those two new balls. So.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alistair, you're up to do the column tomorrow,
yeah? Yeah, I'll just sort out time a bit later on, so it'll be around.
I'll be in the hotel anyway. Cheers, mate.